If you're watching this video, I take it you're interested in investing in real estate, but you don't know where to start. One of the most important things you need to do is figure out why are you investing in real estate in the first place. For example, are you investing for retirement, for a quick profit, or for the cash flow? These are all very important questions you need to be asking yourself before you make any big investment decisions. In this video, I'll be discussing the different types of real estate investors and help you figure out which one you are. When most people think of real estate, they think of houses and renting them out to different people. Yes, this is a very large part of real estate. It is a lot broader. And these can be separated into three broad categories. The first being residential, which we've already touched on. The second is commercial real estate, and this can be separated into offices, retail, and warehouses. This is usually institutional money, and they're investing for the cash flow. For example, large pension funds will be investing in large office towers. They'll be making an investment decision depending on how big a cash flow they can get. And the final real estate category is rural. So this will be farmland, woodland, and anything to do with agriculture or farming. So as we've already discussed, real estate is a very broad topic, but for the purpose of this video, we're going to focus on the residential sector of real estate. So there are four broad categories of real estate investors. These are end users, short-term investors, long-term investors, and speculators. So first of all, let's look at end users. These are people who are buying property for themselves to live in. So many of you, for example, might be an end user. However, I don't really like calling an end user an investor because living in a home is more of a necessity rather than making a decision purely based for financial benefit, which an investment is. Also, when you're an end user, more things come to play than just financial. You've got to think it's more of an emotional decision rather than an investment. Okay, so let's look at the short-term investors. I usually describe them as anyone who's looking to invest in property and exit within a 2-year time frame. You might think 2 years sounds like a long time, but in real estate, it's not. If you're getting into real estate for short-term profit and quick cash, maybe this isn't the right place for you. That being said, there are some short-term strategies which are very profitable. Some of them being house flipping. That's where someone buys an old, dilapidated house, renovates it, and then sells it for a quick profit. There's also developers. Developers might buy a bit of land with planning permission already there. They'll build the houses as fast as they can, sell them as fast as they can, and then move on to their next project. And actually in Dubai, we have something very unique, which is off-plan flipping. That's where someone will buy an off-plan property which hasn't even been constructed, and then they will sell it maybe about 60% of the construction to somebody else who wants a property maybe within a year's time. So they've taken the initial risk and then they'll sell it on for a higher price. However, it's very risky. So the advantages of short-term investing is it gives you money quickly, it's quick profit. However, it's inherently more risky. So if you are looking at this strategy, make sure you've done the thorough research and you know what you're doing. Okay, so next are the long-term investors. This is probably why you are watching this video. You're looking to invest in the property, hold it for the long term, wait for the price to go to the moon, and then sell. Everyone's happy, you become rich. Great. So if you're the type of investor who's happy to be patient and wait, investing for the long term is a very, very good strategy, especially in real estate. There are two broad strategies you can take, and this is investing for cash flow or investing for capital appreciation. So if you're looking for investing for cash flow, this is where you invest for the monthly rental returns. This is vital that you've done all your calculations correctly, because if you invest in a property for the cash flow and then it turns out you're only breaking even, that is not a very good investment. This might not get you rich initially, especially if you're only making a small margin, but if you get multiple properties which are cash flowing, it's a very good way to make passive money. So this is a very appropriate strategy if you're close to retirement or looking for a way to supplement other income. The next strategy we have is investing for capital appreciation. This is where you buy a property, rent it out, you hold it for a number of years and sell it for a lot higher price. Happy days. There's lots of examples where this has been a very effective strategy. So investing for capital appreciation is a very appropriate strategy if you're young and you've got the time to wait and let that compounding effect of property do the work. If you don't have that time, maybe investing in cash flow is a better strategy for you. The ideal situation in life is to get both. Get a property which is going to cash flow and hopefully capital appreciate, but make sure you get one or the other. Finally, the long-term investor can be separated into two further categories. This is an active investor and a passive investor. An active investor is somebody who wants to be more involved in the property process. So for example, you might want to go and renovate the house yourself, find the tenants yourself, manage the whole process. Then you'll be an active investor. So the downsides of being an active investor is the fact that it takes time and it's also a lot more stress. So if you're somebody who doesn't want that stress, I wouldn't say go for this strategy. The next strategy is a passive investor. Doesn't want to get involved in the process at all. They hire a team to do all the work for them. This is a very good strategy if you're very busy. However, the downside is it does cost money to do this, so it could affect your yield. So if you are doing a passive investment strategy, make sure you look at the numbers to see if it's worth it, or an alternative passive investment strategy is actually investing in REITs. What a REIT is a real estate investment trust.
A few moments later.
Real estate investment trust. Yeah, real estate investment trusts. And what that is, rather than buying the actual whole property yourself, you're buying a share of a property, and the REIT, which is managed by a professional company, will give you dividends. So it's like investing in a stock, but it's specifically real estate related. So there are lots of different ways to make money in real estate. Which strategy is best for you will depend on a number of factors, including your skill set, your tolerance to risk and stress, and also how much time you have. So depending on those factors will depend on what strategy is best for you. If you want to be an active investor, a passive investor, if you want help finding out which real estate strategy is best for you, feel free to book in a call in the link below. The first 5 people who book a call will get a discounted rate. And if you want to find out about investing in Dubai real estate, watch this video here.